So, can we just take a minute to appreciate the fact that I forgot to paint my fingernails on this hand? Hi everyone, it's Liz, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my February favorites. This month I have tried out a ton of new makeup and skincare products, and I have just been loving a lot of them, so I wanted to kind of share with you what I have just been using a ton this month. And I also have two items that I just have not liked this month, so I'm going to go ahead and share that with you as well. So to start out the video, I'm going to be featuring two makeup palettes. These are eyeshadow palettes that I have been loving. The first is the Tartelette Tease palette, and this is just a smaller version of the larger Tartelette palette. It has 6 eyeshadow shades, and these are just a rosy kind of tone. This is really nice for traveling. My husband and I travel quite often, so I like to have a palette that I can do multiple makeup looks without having to bring a lot of cosmetics with me. This is great because you can kind of do a light to smoky look with it depending on what you're going for, and I have just really been loving this palette this month. And then, kind of going on that whole rosy theme, I have also really been loving the CoverGirl True Naked Roses palette. I picked this up right before Valentine's Day, and I have been getting a ton of use out of it. These shades are beautiful. I'm not one to really love drugstore eyeshadows, but I can't get enough of this palette. I have been using it a lot. It's kind of been my go-to palette as far as if I want to have a little bit more variety. But yeah, this is about $8 at Target or Walmart, wherever you want to get it. And I have really been loving this. I did feature it in a tutorial, so I will link that down below if you want to check that out. But yeah, I have been absolutely loving this palette. The next item that I have been loving is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation. One thing that I have to say about this is I featured this in a first impressions and review a couple of weeks ago, and I think I gave it like a 7 out of 10 as far as what I liked and didn't like, but my opinion has really changed since that video, so this is kind of like an updated review. But the thing I like about this is I have been pairing it with another one of my favorites for the month, and it has really been upping the coverage of this foundation. So I have been pairing it with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and what I like to do is I like to put this all over my face, kind of in that whole war paint style, and then buffing it in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Then I like to go over it with this foundation, and what that does is it gives me a lot of coverage, but it doesn't get rid of the luminous look that this foundation has on its own. So on its own, this foundation does not have a lot of coverage. And if you know me, you know I really like a nice full coverage foundation, but I do have dry skin, so it's really hard to get. So using these two together helps me get a full coverage look without drying my skin out. And yeah, I can't recommend this enough. So if you want to check out a really nice drugstore foundation, this is a good one. And of course, this is just a really nice concealer to have, even if you're not using it in conjunction with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. This is just a really nice concealer for under the eyes. So yeah, these two are great. The next product that I have is another concealer. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and I bought this a month ago or so, just because there have been so many people raving about it on YouTube for years, and I wanted to see what the hype was about, and I have to say that I really am enjoying it. I did give in to that hype, I guess, but I have not really been getting a lot of sleep this month. I've just been tossing and turning up and down all night long, so I'm getting about, I don't know, 3 hours of sleep a night. I do have to get up at 5 a.m. for work, so I have been needing something that will get rid and mask my dark circles, but still brighten up my under eye area, and this is just really great for that. I like to put it on before I put on my powder, and it just kind of brings a lot of light to the face, and I have just really been loving that this month. The next two products that I have are lip products. The first is the ColourPop Lippy Sticks. This is in the shade Frida. It's what I have on today. I have been absolutely loving this lipstick. A lot of times when I go out, I don't have time to put on a full bright lip, but I just want something to bring a little bit of extra color to my face, especially if I'm going out for lunch and I know that my lipstick is just going to be gone in an hour anyway. This has kind of been my go-to lipstick. It's a really pretty rosy coral color on me. It's more of that whole your lips but better type of shade, so it is almost a nude, but it does have a little bit of color to it. And I just really have been liking that to throw on before I walk out the door when I'm going to get lunch, or if I'm just going to run errands for like an hour or two and I don't want to waste a really, really pigmented lipstick for that day. This is great. Another item that I have been loving this month is the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lipstick. This is in the shade Kapow, and if you've watched the video, you know when I hauled this, I was really, really concerned that I wouldn't be able to wear it, or that I wouldn't get a lot of wear out of it, just because it is a very, very dark shade. It does look plum and brown in the tube, but on me it is almost black, just because of the coloring of my skin. But I have really been getting a lot of wear out of this, ironically enough. So what I like to do with this is I like to put it on, and then before it sets and dries, I like to go in with another lipstick over top of it. One lipstick that looks great over this is Cruella by NARS. It just gives a really pretty brick red color, and it's just beautiful, and every time I wear it I get a lot of compliments on my lip color. But this is really nice on its own as well. I have worn it just on its own, but it is very, very dark. But yeah, I actually have been getting a lot of wear out of this. The next item that I have to show you is a skincare product, and this is the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. This has been a lifesaver this month. So when I first heard about micellar cleansing water, I wasn't really sure what it was or how you used it. I didn't know if it was like just a water product or if it had other things in it. So basically what micellar water is a cleansing water that removes makeup for your skin, but you can also use it just on its own if you don't have any makeup on, to kind of refresh your skin before you go to put on your makeup. I first bought the Simple brand of this and I didn't like it. I'm just going to be completely honest, it was not very good. And I wasn't really sure if I wanted to go and pick up any other of the micellar water products. But then I heard that the Garnier was the best that you could get on the market, so I went ahead and picked it up. And I will have to say that the Garnier brand is so much better than the Simple brand. But I got the waterproof makeup remover version. There's two different versions. One is pink and it is just for regular makeup, and one is blue and it's for waterproof makeup. And I did choose the waterproof makeup because even though I don't use waterproof makeup that often, a lot of my makeup is harder to get off because I like to use higher end mascaras, and if you know anything about higher end mascaras, they are a lot harder to remove than drugstore mascaras. So yeah, I just went ahead and picked up the waterproof version. This has saved my skin. So I struggle with pigmentation, redness, and acne. I don't have acne as bad as I used to a long time ago, but I do get breakouts, mostly hormonal, once a month or so. This has been a lifesaver. Ever since I've been using this, I have not had any hormonal acne breakouts. I might get one pimple here or there, but I haven't had any like massive pimple breakouts. It has made my skin softer and smoother, and it makes my makeup glide on so much easier. So I like to use this in the morning before I put my makeup on, because my makeup just kind of sets into my skin so much nicer, and it has diminished my look of pores, and I have loved it. So if you struggle with acne or you struggle with textured skin, I really recommend looking for the Garnier Micellar Water. I picked mine up at Walmart. I actually looked for it at CVS and Target and could not find it either of those places, but Walmart had it. So yeah, I recommend picking it up. This is about $6 and I've used it almost every day for the past month, and I still have a little bit left. So yeah, I really recommend it. Then the next item you're probably going to laugh at me about, but it is an orange. So recently I went to Target and I got a bag of about 25 navel oranges, and yeah, I have eaten almost that entire bag. I've been eating an orange for breakfast and an orange for a snack every day for the past week and a half, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm crazy or what, but my favorite food for the month of February has been oranges. I've been eating them a ton. I've also lost 4 pounds, so I'm going to blame the oranges for that. So my last favorite and my last kind of food item for the month is the Yogi Cinnamon Vanilla Healthy Skin Tea. And I bought this on recommendation from my friend Jerica. She swears by these teas. She loves them. She actually made a blog post on her blog about them, so I will link her blog down below for you to check out. She does reviews, makeup, things like that. But anyway, I have been loving this tea this month. It has been great. I'm actually drinking the Women's Health Tea right now in my mug. But yeah, the thing that I love about Yogi tea is that I don't have to use a sweetener or anything with them, and they all have different health benefits. So this one is for healthy skin. Yeah, if you haven't checked out Yogi tea, I suggest you do. I ordered mine on Amazon, but I think you can get them from like Target and places like that. And then I have 2 products that I did not like this month. The first is probably going to be a surprise, but is the ColourPop Cheek Super Shock Cheek product. This is a blush. It's in the color Aphrodisiac. It looks like this. Yeah, the reason this is not a bad product, and I have used it a lot. It has really good color payout if you use your fingers, but if you've ever tried to apply a powder blush with your fingers, that doesn't work out too well. So it's really hard to blend this. I don't find myself reaching for it very often. I kind of regret not getting a different shade. And if I do use this with a brush, it kind of just makes me look like I have a big stripe on my cheek, which is not what I'm going for when using a blush. So yeah, I've just not been liking this blush too much this month. And then the last product that I just have not been liking is the Wet n Wild Glitter Shadow. I hauled this in a video. I got it at the Dollar Tree. I had really high hopes for it because I wanted to use it for a Valentine's Day tutorial, but it was terrible. And I'm not exaggerating that. Like, I would not wish this product upon my worst enemy. So there was tons of fallout. Even though the product claims to be a smooth glide-on glitter, it's not supposed to have fallout. It stayed wet, so this is kind of like a glue. You could not blend, you could not put any shadows over top of it. And then, in order to get enough pigmentation or color payout, you really had to use a lot of it, and it was terrible. It had a ton of fallout. It got inside my eyes. It got in my contacts. My husband and I were getting ready to go out to dinner, and I had a complete makeup meltdown because of this. I had to take all my makeup off and start over. We were late for our reservation, and it was terrible. Yeah. So, don't buy this. Even though it's $1 at Dollar Tree, it's $1 wasted because it's terrible. I hope you like this video. This is my first favorites video that I've ever filmed, and it actually took me 3 tries to do it, so this is the last one I'm doing, so this is what you're getting. Yeah, so if you like this video, leave me a comment down below. Give me a thumbs up to let me know you liked it. Let me know what your favorites were for February and what I should try out. And the lighting just changed. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. And until next time, I will see you later.